System needs to hydrate, cleanse, detox. I am super pumped up that you are here. This is the WWD. I should call it the Wednesday water down. I have lemon in my water. Um, so if you're just tuning in, as usual, give me a shout out, give me a hey boo hey, let me know where you're tuning in from. I want to talk to you about walking through the open doors. And I was sitting here thinking today about how our life is a series of going through open doors and shutting doors behind us. It is a series of that. And many times we get into a space where we are sitting in a room that we don't want to be in, looking out into the open of something new. And maybe we can't see around that corner. We just see that door that's open and we are afraid to walk through that door because we don't know what is in that next room. We don't understand what's in that next chapter. So let's talk about it. My name is Natasha McCrea. For those of you who do not know me, I am the Love CEO. I have developed a method called Love Intelligence that offers you a chance to step into your most amazing gift of love. And what love does is it generates more love. It generates the things that you want. It puts you in a space of life feeling good. It puts you into a mindset of being able to call in the things that you want and design the life that you really, really do want. So I am here for that. I know I left my window open, y'all, because it was hot in my office. So I'll never forget the time when I was thinking about moving to Los Angeles. And at first, you would think it was a no brainer. I'm one of those people that I will move, but sometimes getting to that place of movement, that just before getting to that movement, I go through this really, really challenging space of having dissension or not knowing what to do or rolling it over in my head. And so I was really in turmoil when I was thinking about moving to Los Angeles because it was something that I knew in my heart of hearts that I wanted to do, but it was years ago before I had developed my intuition, before I had leaned into that. And so here I am sitting, waiting, wondering, what is this new chapter of my life? I had just come out of a horrible marriage. It had been a few years. And I say just because I don't even think it's about years. It's really about your healing. Shout out to Tamara Johnson, my client. She has an amazing gift of helping women who are going through divorce. Stay tuned for that. You might see that on my page. But it's really about your healing. It's not even how long you have taken away from that person or how long it's been since you signed those papers. So, needless to say, it had been some time. And I knew that I really wanted to come to LA, but I just didn't know what was in store. I didn't have a job. I didn't know how I was going to get a job. I didn't know, how I was going to pay bills. There were so many questions. And you might be sitting there knowing that there is a door that it's time you walk through. There is a door that doggone well you need to shut, but you're afraid. You're uncertain. You don't know what lies ahead. And I want to just give you some encouragement today and give you a couple of steps that can help you. And sometimes when we are confused about walking through into a new chapter, to new unlimited possibilities. Unlimited possibilities can be scary sometimes. I know I say them like they're just this magical thing because I think they are. I've gotten to that place, but unlimited possibilities were not always magical. I used to wonder, like, unlimited possibilities means there's some possibilities that I might not like. There's some possibilities that may be hurtful and painful to me. There are a lot of those possibilities. If you are feeling me, if you are listening to me, if you just tuned in, give me a shout out, give me a hey boo hey, give me a I hear you. I'm having that challenge as well. Whatever it is, let me know that you're listening. So if you're sitting there and there are opportunities in front of you that you have uncertainty about, new opportunities, there are always going to be uncertainties. Nothing is guaranteed. The only thing that can be guaranteed is you making a determination how you are going to respond to whatever comes to your way. But as far as outcomes, nothing is guaranteed. But it's really important that you, obviously, if you can see that other door, and if that other door has got your attention, it is obvious that your gut, that your intuition has told you it is time. Give yourself some credit. That door just didn't show up for the hell of it. You called it in. You called it in. It might be something you really want to do right now. It might be something that you have had in the back of your mind. It might be something that you flippantly wrote in your journal, not thinking anyone was going to see. But now the universe has put you in a place where this door is available to you. And you are sitting there. This is a crossroad. Am I going to walk through it or not? How do you do this? Okay, so one of the things that I had to do, I read this book a long time ago before I even before I even moved. I mean before I even thought about moving to LA, I read this book, and I've always been taught the whole write the pros and cons of things in your life. When you're trying to make a decision, what do you need to do? There's three things that I want you to do. Number one, because sometimes we need to take the tangible. I can get woo woo, which I'm going to give you that on number 2 or 3. But the tangible thing is to really take out a sheet of paper and do the pros and cons. Do the pros and cons. And doing the pros and cons, and that's something that's so old school, but it works. It gives you an opportunity to literally see it, like tangibly see what are the pros and cons. What's of walking through this door? What are the best things that can happen and what are the worst things that can happen? But I want you to take that even further. Is you want to do the pros and cons of each side of the decision. So when you're thinking about what you want to do or making a change, do the pros and cons of both. And think about it from this perspective. What's the worst, best scenario? So, what's the worst thing that will happen if you stay in the place that you are? And what's the best thing that can happen if you stay where you are? And then on another sheet, I want you to write, what's the worst thing that can happen if you walk through that new door? And what is the best thing that can happen if you walk through that new door? Think unlimited possibilities. Because when you are making that decision, you'll get to the place where you have to ask, can I deal with these worst scenarios on either side? That can give you a very left brain approach to making a move, to changing something, to walking through that door, to making a decision. Yeah, what's the best worst scenario for one decision? What's the best worst scenario for another decision? A lot of times we were doing just pros and cons. What are the pros and cons of doing this thing? Which works as well, but this one gives you a chance to really dive deep into looking at your world and taking control of that decision. You have the choice right now. You're not being thrown anywhere. You have the choice to walk through that new door to that new chapter or not. All right, so the next thing, here comes my woo woo. So I want you to get planted. You put both feet on solid ground. You put your hand on your chest. You close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And you ask the question that you want an answer to. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and ask the question. The answer will be in your heart. I guarantee it. You will get an answer. These two things are absolutely priceless. And those two are the most important. The third only works if you have put this in your life already. The third is really tap into your board of directors. I believe everyone needs a board of directors. Your board of directors are those people It should be a handful, like maybe 5 folks in your life that want the best for you, that have different perspectives, that aren't going to candy coat it for you. Do you have those individuals who love you, who are not haters, who want to see you thrive, who have great ideas of life? I have those individuals. They're very different people. They all want what's best for me. Some of them might be skewed by what they think is best for me, but they're also open to me making my own decisions. I'm not talking about those codependent relationships. And you want to make sure you have those individuals. I have my therapist, coach, uh, my husband, of course, my sister, and my best friend, and a couple of other folks who was on the outskirts. But I got my 5. I got my 5 where I can come to them and tell them what I'm thinking. And majority of the time, it always comes back to me. I mean, actually, all of them, they always come back to me. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Based on who I know you to be, this is what I see, because they can have a bird's eye view of things. So walking through the door, you don't have to walk through the door alone. But if you know that you want something different than what you are doing in this moment, now is the time for you to set out on that new path, on that new journey. I know you can see the opportunity. It is in front of you. It's probably flashed before your eyes more than once. That door is waiting for you. Do your best worst case scenario, pros and cons of each scenario. Check in with your gut. Breathe, ask the question, hand on the heart, check into your intuition, and then talk to your board of directors. Your board of directors, they will not steer you wrong if you have hired the right board of directors. Let's keep it 100. Because sometimes we just be getting opinions from random folk, from folks who ain't got no business, from people we want to talk mess about. But that's not where I want you to be. I want you to be in a place where you have taken a power stance and you have invited a quality group of individuals to be on your board. I want you to go out and make it an amazing week. And I want to encourage you. I'm a leap and go for it kind of person. If it's in front of your eyes, if you are asking the question, more times than not, it's a sign to move forward. But do those 3 steps that I gave you. Go out and make it an amazing rest of your week. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.